Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today that trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday, and previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., alongside Kaliko Yachts. Oh, did we lose Kaliko before we even got him on?
No, it's that I'm giving a moment of silence for John Cena's retirement. Moment of silence. The end of an era.
Yes, honestly, yeah, truly an end of an era, and we will get there when we get there. But it was before we had a moment of silence. Wrestling Wit was loud and proud earlier this week as we interviewed Angel Blake on Tuesday and Marcelo Frago on Wednesday. Two incredible interviews, two incredible individuals. Definitely, if you haven't gone check out those interviews, definitely check them out in the archives. Cannot recommend them enough. Uh, Always looking to the future. We have this upcoming Tuesday, Brittany Kay, somebody that's held five titles from five different promotions. If you remember our interview with Disco Ray, J.R. Lindsay was living with him. Well, that was because Brittany K kicked him out. Um, there's a lot of content between JR and Brittany, even to the fact that he stole her dog once. She won a title off of him. So yeah, very complicated. We talk about that, wrestling in Canada, and so much more. And then on Wednesday, the 17th, we have jaw dropping athletic excellence, Jax Williams. He's from up in Canada, working for Smash Wrestling. We talk about his rivalry with Von Vertigo, if you remember him, friend of the show. We talk
Von
about
Vertigo.
his
Gotta love it.
huh?
Gotta love Von Vertigo.
Oh yeah, definitely killing it right now. We talk about his complicated relationship with his manager. We talk about a cage match he had with Jesse V, another friend of the show. And just all around, all things jaw dropping athletic excellence. No time for clips. But this upcoming, well, on the 23rd, I should say, we have Morovic. On the 24th, we have Pinky Chippendale. On the 30th, we have Danny Nemesis. And on the 31st, the ending of the year, we have Jonathan Monroe. So, the ending of the year, not getting colder, but getting hotter and hotter as we go. All right, I think we're done putting ourselves over, Kaliko, now.
I mean, we're over, but there's one person who's uberly over as they exit the ramp for the final time. But we never stop putting ourselves over. Fuck all that.
Well, it's a great day for wrestling, because we're wrestling with NXT Dateline. It took place in San Antonio, Texas, at the Boeing Center at Techport Point, and yeah, it was last Saturday, and honestly, I was quite surprised with how this show went. I thought it was kind of going to be a lot more cut and dry than it actually was, and it was actually a lot maybe more complicated and a lot more unexpected than you might say. But what say you, Kaliko? How did you feel about NXT deadline?
It was interesting because, I mean, we kind of had a discussion as far as like how the NXT title would go.
Right.
And it went to perfection. I must say. Um, some of the things that we predicted was shocking. Some of it we missed, and I'm pretty sure we'll go over that as we get to the results.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall it was a good show, and it set up everything. But I didn't think things were gonna go transpire as quickly after the show, which is crazy.
Oh yeah. Let's get into it. The first match out was for the NXT Championship. Obafemi defeated Ricky Saints in 17 minutes 17 seconds. And if I'm being completely honest, this match was a far cry better than the first match they had, where Oba just kind of fucked Ricky up for like maybe 15 minutes. I don't remember what the exact time was on that card. And then Ricky just beat him in like 2 minutes. You know, just one or two moves, and then Oba was done. This had back and forward. It showed Oba, as the monster that he is. Ricky as the plucky underdog. Um, I think this was Ricky's best showing as the champion, and yet it was his last showing as the champion. Ironically, um, I think the right guy won, especially considering what we found out about the match, where the winner would go on to wrestle Cody Rhodes the next Saturday for John Cena's last event. So I was actually cheering pretty hard for Oba because I wanted to see him wrestle Cody more than Ricky. And when he actually did, get the W on Ricky, I'm not gonna lie, I popped pretty fucking hard for it. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, we kind of had that discussion, right? Like,
We actually did it.
um, and I think we kind of saw this coming because we both felt, oh, but we felt Ricky got him once, and it also kind of felt like a spur of the moment that he kind of got him. Because to me, I always thought that the biggest person for Oba to lose to was Javion. Um, which we'll get to that down the line. But yeah, the right person won. Oba got the belt back, and it set up Obi Cody for Saturday Night Main Event. And we kind of know what went from there, but in essence, the right person won if they're trying to give that right person the spotlight, if that makes sense. Um, because Ricky trained Cody, so it's not like he's going to lose anything in the aggregate. And it just seemed like Oba needed that spotlight to show that he's the big bad motherfucker that he's going to become.
Right. Well, I know, obviously, they're kind of strapping the rocket to Javon's ass, so to speak. But I would say that it really doesn't do a lot for him to get a W on Oba because I mean obviously yes, Oba he hasn't been able to slay Oba, but Oba's been slayed already by Ricky. So I feel like it just kind of takes a it kind of takes away some of it. You know what I mean? For him.
Well, I look at it in the sense that Oba being slayed by Ricky shows that he's beatable. But the problem is that Javion showed that he was beatable. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how Ricky Saints taking on Oba is kind of like how JC Jane took out the core after Jordan Grace. you can make the argument Javion did the work and Ricky Saints benefited from that work.
Mm, I kind of get what you mean.
Kind of like how Jordan Grace did the work, JC Jane benefited from it. Just right timing. They were the right person. They were at the right place at the right time. And that kind of shows because with Ricky losing straight up, kind of showed you that, right?
I do wonder, if we do get, Javon and Oba, and then Javon goes over, uh, J- Javon goes over Oba, where does that kind of leave Ricky? Do we get a heel Ricky Starks versus Javon Evans?
Well, what happened afterwards with Ricky? Ricky turned heel on Javion. He interfered in the title match. So the match that for those who are already seen it. So the match that was set for New Year's Evil was pushed to NXT Tuesday. Ricky Saints interfered in that championship match, cementing that heel turn.
So we already got it. I did not
You already
watch.
got it.
Okay, so I mean, I was not able to watch NXT this week, so
Oh, okay. So yeah, so this Tuesday, so basically Ava ramped up that title match to now,
okay.
to then, and Ricky Saints kind of cost JV the title.
Well, there you go. Prediction came true. Um, but just kind of going back to Oba Ricky, I think it was the right move. How many stars you give this one?
I mean, a solid four, considering that the right guy won, and it kind of showed that the whole thing was to show that Oba losing was kind of a fluke in a sense. So I like the fact that they did that. It just showed like Ricky gave it his all, and it just showed that Oba was kind of caught off on an off night.
I give it. I'll give it a four as well. I think four is a pretty good number. Now, did our good friend Uncle Dave give us a rating of this match?
Man, if he's not too busy looking at the Continental Classic, survey says yes, he did. And I guess we're gonna play another game of guess that rating.
Okay,
Where's the clap? Oh god damn it!
let's
I was
see.
expecting the clap.
Well, you got the clap.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Oh, did you not hear the clap?
Well, not that clap, not chlamydia clap, but the clap clap. Anyway,
I say 3 and 7/5.
higher.
Higher?
Mm-hmm.
4 1/4.
Lower.
4.
Gave it a four. Look at that.
Okay. We're driving with the Uncle Dave tonight.
I don't have to cuss him out for right now.
That brings us to the women's Orange Survival match. Kendall Gray, Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, and Jordan Grace. I had Lola and Grace. You had Jordan and Grace. That's hilarious. um, with actual winner, Kendall Gray. Not on anybody's radar. She won with 3 points, I believe. She how do you? I'm looking at this bracket, and I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so Gray took one L to Jordan Grace, I believe. Um,
Mhm.
Kalani. No, this doesn't sound. This does not look right. But yeah. Kendall Gray out of all these schools won. Um, I thought it was an okay match. It kind of seemed slightly clusterfuckery. Like, I know it's a 25-minute match and they're supposed to kind of, go fast and, it's the urgency and all of that. But I kind of felt like they were going 100 the whole entire time. And I feel like if this was a main roster match, it would have been a lot smoother and sleeker, than what we kind of got with who we had in the match. You kind of understand what I
Mhm.
mean by that?
You feel like it was two balls to the wall.
Right. It was slightly, like I said, fuckery. So, I mean, they were just kind of, it wasn't necessarily as cohesive as it could have been.
So fast that it wasn't smooth.
Correct. But I mean, other than that, I would say that it was a good match. Nobody did anything. There was no like big botches that I saw. Kendall Gray actually getting the W was very unexpected. Um, and I mean, it was a good
Way
unexpected.
left field.
Hmm?
Left fucking way left field.
And I mean, I low key I get it because anybody else you would have said, you know, they had a good potential of actually beating JC. I mean, Lola and Grace, and Jordan Grace, I should say, I mean, they've already taken L's to JC. So, I mean, it wasn't going to benefit them to taking another L. Soul is obviously going to the main roster sooner rather than later. And Kalani's a heel, so it wouldn't make sense for her to take on JC. So obviously Kendall was the only alternative option here. But what say you?
I know. Well, for some reason, we did not see that shit coming out of left field.
Right.
That shit, that shit came out of nowhere. Which, I mean, I must say, hey, good way to push new talent or get girls into it. And it gives a fresh opponent for JC. And JC also is at that point where it's like, that's not a guaranteed dub for JC.
But look here, I kind of feel like it is.
Considering the Tatum beat her on a random night, it's not out of the realm that JC could get caught on the wrong day.
I mean, true, but because you have that logic, that means that she is going to win. Because the first time we start, JC, was a shoe in to actually get a W, she lost. Every other time we were like, I don't know if she might win this one, and she won. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was more high on JC than most, but with the Tatum thing, yeah, that I mean, but that also showed that she's beatable. So it's
Which
one
has
of
been
those
her
things
whole
where it's
gimmick to begin with. She's the beatable champion.
exactly she's the beatable champion. So Kendall got as much as a shot as Tatum did against JC.
I mean, it definitely boosts Kendall. Obviously, she is. They're going with her. I mean, they wouldn't have given her the on Survivor title if they didn't see anything in her. And if I'm being completely honest, I mean, she is a pretty good talent, and low key, and this is a hot take, I would say, Kendall Gray is what Tyra May Steels should be in WWE, but isn't.
Mm,
She's an amateur wrestler that transitioned well from being amateur to a pro wrestler. She
right.
doesn't necessarily take herself as seriously, and I feel like she's low key kind of humble in her role as well. I mean, you can see, there could be some friction between her and what's the girl that's with her in the FCC?
Oh, you talk about Ren.
Ren, yes, Ren
I
Narita.
love Ren.
Um,
I love Ren.
um,
Ren Narita.
yeah, you could
It's
see that there's kind of like a low key friction that could end up
I think it's
somewhere.
Nicole Ren.
Yeah, so you can see that, and I mean that could build to something. But for right now, I think that they have something with her for sure.
I mean, they could. I think that Ren could cost her out of jealousy, but the problem is they already played that angle with Tatum and Izzy.
Mm, I don't see Ren.
Ren and Claire. There you go.
I don't see Ren turning on Kendall. I see it the other way around. I feel like Ren is too naive to turn on Kendall. I say that Kendall will just find her so annoying that she'll beat her up at some point.
Mm, it'll be the other way around before that happened because it's the vet leading the rookie or the vet abandoning the rookie at her most opportune time.
I don't I don't really see it as Ren being the vet, honestly. I'm sorry,
I
but
mean,
what have Ren really done in her tenure in NXT?
I
Other
mean,
than
but
just being
compared,
there.
I mean, but I'm looking at it compared to Kendall. She's a vet. Not saying that she's a vet.
Ain't true. So,
So,
yeah, what?
so I mean, it's we'll see how it goes when deadline comes.
New Year's Evil.
Or New Year's Evil, rather. Sorry, New Year's Evil. So to me, if I saw this, I'm assuming JC's going to go all the way.
I mean, I agree. Alright, how many stars you give this one?
Honestly, it's a four because the winner came out of left field for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. That winner came out of left field like I was like, holy shit.
Well, um, I mean, Lola Vice was in the match, so automatically it has four. So
Oh,
Ruka was in it, so that is bumps it to 4.5. And Kendall Gray winning unexpectedly boosted to five. So we got a 5-star match here.
look at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a bump. That is one hell of a bump, sir.
Oh, that brings. Oh, actually, Uncle Dave's rating. I don't think he would be as favorable to it as we were. Three,
Higher.
3.5,
Higher.
3 7/5,
4.5.
4.5. Wow. Interesting.
I know. I was like, I was shocked as hell too.
Interesting. Maybe he likes Kindle. Um,
Yeah, I mean, Kendall is nice, nice on the eyes.
Now we got NXT North American Championship. Ethan Page defeated Mr. Iguana in 8 minutes and 33 seconds. I mean, not Edelman's best outing, but if you needed a pee break match, I suppose this was it. Um, at least Mr. Iguana actually didn't botch any spot. I think he only botched one spot. But Ethan kind of protected it that it didn't look as bad as it could have been. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know what you would maybe expect for an almost 9 minute match, but I think it did what it needed to do. Both Mr. Iguana's over like Rover, and Ethan Page got heat, so um, I kind of wish that they would do something maybe a little bit more significant with Ethan at this point, considering he's probably their hottest heel right now. But I digress.
I mean, but honestly, he's also in the great. He's in a good spot. Like he's the biggest heel in NXT, and for some odd reason, he's not like what's the word I'm looking at? The biggest heel, and he's not taking L's, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's not taking major L's for sure.
So it's kind of crazy how he's in a position where I mean L's are not affecting him. He's almost kind of in a I wouldn't say a Teflonish era, but it's getting there, if I say so.
I would say so, yeah.
So I mean, I I it it serves him right. The right person won, and I mean, what can I say with Iguana? It wasn't his best outing, but
I mean, it was definitely a better outing than his Halloween Havoc match.
that we can agree.
Yeah.
That we'll agree to disagree. There you go. Look at us. But
How many stars you give this one?
is it harsh to say three because the right person won?
I I wouldn't say so. I think three is a good number. Such a good number, I will give it a three myself.
Look at that. Look at us.
All right. Now Uncle Dave, 2 and 7/5.
Actually higher.
3 1/4.
Lower.
Three.
Three. Look at that. We clicked with Uncle Dave tonight. I don't know what drinks he's been dealing with. Maybe he got the 6 pack of wine from Orphelia's. I sent them. I don't know.
All right. That brings us to Izzy Dane taking a W over Tatum Paxley in 12 minutes and 36 seconds. Um, a little bit disjointed if I'm being honest. Um, it I get where they were playing with Tatum, being naive and wanting to believe in Izzy, but they kind of did it multiple times in a sort of span of time, and that kind of was confusing. And um, we know that Tatum could go. Tatum could have good matches. She's had bangers in the past, but
Right.
it's so obvious that Izzy is still very green, and she hasn't had a lot of matches, and it does still kind of show. I mean, it wasn't a bad match, but compared to what it could have been with somebody, maybe a little bit more experienced, it was kind of lacking in that department. You know what I mean?
Well, because Izzy is supposed to be naive, but the problem is that she's more experienced than the heel, who should be the foxy one. And that's where the mix up comes in. So, I mean, I get it. And I mean, they'll work the kinks out as they go, because I think they clearly kind of highlight it with NXT that Tatum is not done. So that gives them more time to get more chemistry, and it gives Izzy more what's the word I'm looking for? More time in the ring to kind of work those kinks out.
Right.
Because the only thing that beats it is repetition. I mean, you can only beat it with repetition.
Right. And I mean, it's definitely not the last match they're going to have. Obviously, this is going to continue. Um, I'd like to know when we do see the last match, the blow off, so to speak. Um, how would it compare to this match, and how, much better will Izzy Dane get, or if she will actually get better? I mean,
Yeah,
she
how
can.
much you will improve.
Do you think that she'll improve, or do you think that this she maybe has a ceiling?
Um, I will give her the benefit of the doubt. I think that I think she can improve. Um, let's give her a little time to try to figure it out with this feud, because I think this feud is not the end all be all.
What do you mean by that?
I, I don't think this feud with Tatum is going to define how she is. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it is going to define her skill set as a wrestler, because sometimes the chemistry may not match with one where it could with another.
Um,
Like a Izzy and Kalani, I could see that kind of.
well, I mean, there's a difference between having chemistry with somebody and having somebody carry you. And I think that she can improve slightly, but as of right now, I don't see that. I haven't seen that second gear in Izzy. That you know, go balls to the wall. Like all the other girls in like the first match that we had on Dateline. Like all of the girls went like balls to the wall. And, nobody was kinda lacking. I feel like if Izzy
Mm-hmm.
was in that match, she would have kinda gotten drowned in it. Because we haven't seen her like really go, go, go and have that second gear. I think that, Tatum has had a lot of good matches with a variety of different opponents. So she has proven in the past that she can go and she can have bangers, like I said. So I do feel like it's kind of make or break for Izzy, because if she can't have a good match with Paxley, and she can't find that second gear, and I would say that this is Izzy's first proper rivalry as well. So if she can't get this rivalry over, then I would say that Izzy's going to stay a lot longer in NXT until and and not necessarily, be considered for main roster. I mean, I would say that she would maybe get into the position of I, I'm trying to find a good example here, but I would like Jasmine next. Uh, but Jasmine left. I'm gonna just say that she'll be on the chopping block when it's time for cuts. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we'll see how they book the feud. Will tell you how they feel of Izzy.
I mean, she already got the first W, so I mean they're going, they're trying at least.
But but my thing is, that they're going the distance, so it's just a matter of you assume Tatum's getting the get back, and then you're just gonna go from there.
Well, I mean, Izzy can win multiple matches, but I mean, I feel like at some point Paxley has to take at least one W. No,
Uh, so the thing is, are you expecting her to take two dubs in a row?
I mean, I can see Izzy taking two dubs in a row. It's not necessarily a matter of how many wins that she gets. It's how she's presented and how she presents herself and the quality of the match. That's what I'm going with.
Um, that I disagree. Because if they see Izzy as this, if they see Izzy as the person that you expect them to be, they would put them in a position to where this is the jump start to her moving and be in an already stacked women's division.
Right. I don't see. I mean, obviously she can move up, but I don't see her move. I don't see her getting into a position where she's going to be upper on the upper card unless she has good matches with Tatum, and so that she has that third gear that all the other girls seem to have.
Well, I don't think that's her bar. Her bar, I think, is to see that if she can even be on equal footing or any footing with them before they can push her to get to the third gear.
Well, let's see how this develops. How many stars you give this one?
I mean, I give it a three for now because I see what they're trying to do. They're just building the feud, and you want to see how the story goes.
I feel like in good conscience I can't give it a three. So I'm gonna pull a Meltzer here, and I don't do it often. A 2 and 7/5.
Man, it's you.
And I feel Dave might be vibing with me. He also gave it two
Okay.
and seven fifths.
Well, he gave it lower. I can take.
1 1/4. No, 2 1/4. 2 1/4.
Jesus Christ, man, you are just horrible. No,
Higher or lower?
higher.
2.5.
2.5. There you go.
I mean, I was more complimentary than Dave was.
Well,
Um,
that may be true.
I let's get into the men's Iron Survivor match. Javon Evans defeated Leon Slater, Joe Hendry, Dion Lennox, and Miles Bourne in 25 minutes. Flat. Um, I thought that the match was slightly better than the women's. Just because it kind of went slightly slower. Um, I think that it like, but obviously, the two guys that I thought may have had a better shot of getting it didn't win it. So obviously, Javon is, they're going with him.
I
Um,
told you it was Javon, bro. I thought it was his match to lose.
and he, um, and he won in good fashion. Like last year, he didn't win. It came right up to the wire, and he lost. This time around, it came right up to the wire, and he won. So I mean, it's long term storytelling at its finest, and I think that was the major edge that this one had over the women's. Obviously the women's edge on this one was that it had Lola Vice on it. Um, but yeah, I think it went a little bit slower. Everything made sense. Good ending and good storytelling. What say you?
I mean, we've already had this discussion, and I already told you my insider told me Javion is going to be that flag bearer for NXT. It's just a matter of when rather than if. Um, and I'm inclined to agree with him because, in the sense that, considering that they're trying to yank a lot of people from NXT to the main roster, they need someone who needs to be a holdover, and who's a better holdover than Javion, who's one has a connection with the crowd unlike any other person on the roster in NXT.
Well, and like and low key, like literally no disrespect to your source, but obviously right now, plans is for NXT for to have is to have Javion. But all it takes is one call from Mr. Levesque for him to get popped onto that main roster. And I mean, the way that they've been using him this week alone kind of tells me that we're going to see him on the main roster next month in January, or at
Oh,
least in no later than April after May, the Raw after Mania.
oh. Now that's where my source also comes in. The, the, the point in contention is with Javion is that they want him now.
Right.
And that Sean is like, hold him for as long. Sean's trying to hold him for as long as he can. The roster thinks he's ready now, and Sean is like, I need him now. So there's this struggle with him.
I mean, when has Triple H ever listened to Shawn Michaels?
Well,
I,
depending on how you see how he listens to the audience when it comes to black wrestlers, that's a whole other audience, but that's a whole topic for another day.
I mean, there was literally no person bigger in NXT than Stephanie Vakor. It was literally Stephanie Vakor and everybody else on the roster. People bought tickets not to see NXT. People bought tickets to see Stephanie Vakor. And literally, what, like 4 months into her NXT run, into 2025, they plucked her. They they literally took NXT's biggest star and put her on the main roster because they wanted her. So I
Yeah.
mean, I get where that Sean wants her, but Sean wants Javion. I mean, but I mean, Sean doesn't really have a leg to stand on.
I mean, but with Stephanie, it was so obvious that she was so hot. It's not like Javion. Javion's been there for like a year and a half. I mean, give or take 2 years.
I mean, the first time I've heard about Javion was when NXT went on the road and he wrestled Randy Orton. So yeah, roughly 2 years, I would say. But
Yeah, so it's not like Stephanie was this indie lady who was already polished and just had a meteoric rise, unlike any other woman this side of Asuka.
true. But I mean, we're not necessarily talking about wrestling ability per se.
I mean, the whole thing. Yeah, it's the total package.
Right. So I think Opa's got maybe at least another hot minute in NXT. I think he might be. Think he might be heading towards the main roster in Mania, the Raw after Mania. I would say. Um, and I feel like Soul we're gonna be seeing her in the Royal Rumble. Um,
If you saw what happened Saturday, it might be the case.
yeah. So I mean they don't Javion got a W on The Miz, and Soul got a W on Bailey. So I mean, this is not I'll see you in a couple of months. This is like a right here, right now thing. Is the way I'm looking at it. You know what I mean?
Right. But we'll see how that struggle happens with JBN in the sense of keeping him on that main roster. I mean, they could just do a thing where he's working all of it. So I
That would
am
be a
not.
really bad idea.
It would be, and I think considering him as the only thing that's I think that's keeping him from being on the main roster because him and Slater are kind of a team.
Right, and
So that's going to come to a head at some point.
right. I mean, we still need a decisive victor in that little rivalry, even though they're
That
tag team.
they even though they're going after Dark Fate and da 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 da. You know, yeah. So
Yeah. Right. The match. How many stars you give it?
mm, I mean, my guy won, so 4.5. I mean, my number one pick won. I told you it was JV to lose. I don't know why y'all keep playing me.
I give it a 4. It
How
was
dare you?
it was definitely a solid 4. Right. Uncle Dave. I say Uncle Dave gave it 4.5.
Lower.
4.25.
4.25.
Damn it! I was gonna say 4.25 first. But I mean, obviously, Uncle Dave agreed with me. The women's match was better.
I mean, because I mean, both of us got that wrong, but I got that one, but I got the middle one right, so that's all that matters to me.
Kaliko was right. That's all that matters.
Yep. Nostradamus.
This show as a whole, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Honestly, it was pretty solid. It had a mix of predictability with the biggest shocker of all. But yeah, I mean, the Izzy match, obviously, but the match of the night, I would say, what, the championship match? Because it kind of had the heaviest consequence of what's to come. Well, if you caught NXT Tuesday, it had the heaviest consequence of what to happen later down the line, storyline wise.
And I mean, what we're going to be talking about afterwards as well. The Saturday night main event show as well.
Right.
I also give it a thumbs up. Thought it was a solid show, good show, entertaining show. I would recommend. I would watch again. Alright. Um. Now that'll conclude our coverage of NXT Deadline, and now a quick word from our sponsors.
The only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low calorie, no sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0 calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off brands out there that are presenting low quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue energy, more focus, more win.
Use promo code WrestlingWithE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with WWE Saturday night's main event. The last time is, well, technically the last time was yesterday. Um, it took place in Washington D.C. at the Capital One Arena. Attendance was 19,232. I mean, pretty solid attendance. But if I'm being honest, they could have probably packed in a stadium with this card. If I'm with, I mean, just with the gimmick of John Cena's last match alone, I feel like they could have packed like they did for Survivor Series. They could have easily got 40,000.
Yeah, but they were in DC and it's cold as fuck there. That's the only reason I didn't even go. Like you saw the motherfuckers out there outside the Capitol One Center, you could see half their breath. like, like fuck that. Yeah, you. But and also the the Redskins Stadium is not in the DC area, so that's another thing.
Really?
Oh, yeah, correct. It's not in Washington because Washington D.C. is all monuments in the White House. There's no way in the Capital One Arena. There is no way a fucking football stadium is in Washington D.C. It's on the outskirts of D.C.
I gotcha.
It's closer to Maryland than it is D.C.
Kind of like how the New York Stadium is in New Jersey.
Bingo.
Gotcha. I mean, the only reason you didn't go is because you're still in financial ruin from Survivor Series, no?
No, it was cold as fucking D.C. I'm not going. Fuck that. Like you know how many friends I got like come to DC? I was like, nope. And I got people who are like, come to Chicago. I'm like, hell no, not in February. In June, maybe. February, you can kiss my ass. This Cali weather got me spoiled. Fuck that. DC in December is brick. Fuck that. Like, yeah, y'all won.
Well, the show as a whole, um, it might as well could have been in Chicago because the crowd was on fire. I mean, there was literally only one reason that they were all packed into that arena. They knew what they wanted. And the crowd, despite only being there for one match, was still very lively for everything else on the card. Like I said, it kind of felt like a Chicago crowd. Um, but yeah, I thought it was a good show. A lot of high energy. Got to see, all your NXT favorites, presented in possibly the best light that they've been since being in WWE. I had no, um, well, yeah, no, I had no complaints. What say you, Kaliko?
Uh, the matches went okay. I think the first match, I wish they had a conclusion, but I get why they did it the way that they did it.
Right.
Um, and considering that, um, when you look at the record, it kind of ended 1-1-1, which was probably a win for NXT in that sense. Since I mean, that's the best showing for NXT since Triple H had them sweep everybody at Survivor Series.
Yeah, that one random year.
That one random night where literally Roderick Strong like beat all the mid card champs, but that's here they're there. Um, uh, yeah, so yeah, it was a solid outing, and I mean, the crowd was pissed. I get it. Crowd, like, 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 that crowd could if boy Triple H, boy. But
Yeah,
that's a whole
Triple
other.
H got an
We'll,
earful for
we'll
sure.
we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. First match out, Cody Rhodes wrestled Oba Femi, um, in a champion versus championship match. It ended, after 9 minutes and 10 seconds, via disqualification. Drew McIntyre came out, started beating up, Cody Rhodes. Technically, it says here that Cody Rhodes defeated Oba Femi, via disqualification, but I would just say that it was a no contest, honestly. Um, but yeah, I thought that this was a great outing. It showed me everything. It showed people, the casual people at least, everything that Oberfemi is. A guy that could literally fuck anybody up. And I mean, my God, he fucked Cody up pretty badly. The aesthetic of his ear bleeding, was just absolutely fantastic. He drew him around. It really worked really well, I would say. I get why I wasn't necessarily happy with the ending, but I get why they did the ending. Um, but I think it did everything that it needed to do in the time that it was allowed it. It could have maybe gone maybe another 3-4 minutes, but other than that, again, no really big complaints. What say you, Kaliko? No? Kaliko?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, with that, with the Cody Femi thing, I get what it was meaning to do. It's meant to make both guys look strong, right? Because Femi's the NXT champ. You can't have him losing,
Right.
especially, I mean, coming off of beating Javion, although
And Ricky.
nefarious means from Ricky Starks. So I think that you kind of want to keep him strong in the sense that eventually it's going to be a triple threat between those three. Those three. And of course, the Cody Drew thing, I guess, is still going on. My question is I mean, the rumor mill is that eventually they're really heavy on the Cody Cena, or not Cody Cena, Cody Punk Roman triple threat at Mania.
Hmm.
And my question would be like, where the hell does Drew fit in that? Because if that's the case, I can't see it being for all of the belts, and unless they're kind of done serving 88 masters and being one company where they have one belt and they're doing all of that. But I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Right.
So Drew coming in continues that feud, so that means they're going to fight at the Rumble,
More
which
than
leads
likely.
me to believe. Which leads me to believe I would think Drew would get that one, right? Drew's due one.
No. They
No?
no. They more than proved that Drew is just the icky job guy at this point.
I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
I mean, technically yes, but that clock hasn't been right since 2019, so I digress.
2020,
Oh
2021. He got, no, last year. No,
no,
no, no, not last year. 2 years ago. There you go.
no 20. He hasn't won a title. He hasn't had a title since 2020, Kaliko. And we're going
Oh,
into
he had the title
2026.
at Mania 40 for 5 minutes. That counts.
Okay, so we're counting the 5 minute title reign. Okay, fair enough.
Hey, he beat Seth at Mania, he got the win in front of the fans post COVID. It counts.
He kissed his wife. Yes, this is all true. All right, well,
He tweeted bored at work. Like, if the
I
tweet counts, the rain counts. Like,
I I mean, obviously, I'd like Drew to win, but I don't think that they did not let Cody beat John Cena at SummerSlam just for him to drop it to Drew at Mania, at Rumble. If he's dropping it to anybody, it's at Rome. It's Roman at Mania. But even that, I would say, is a bit iffy. Um, but yeah, obviously both guys have something else to do, but at the moment, but I mean, it does leave it open for a rematch down the line. So I think that this match served its purpose of showcasing Oba, getting Cody on the card, and obviously they'll go their separate ways until they need to. Um, how many stars you give this one?
um, no contest is always gets my cross. So, I mean, I'll give it a 3. Although, although Oba looked fucking killer, he looked killer.
He did.
I mean, he beat the shit out of Cody. He got the receipts out that bitch.
Like I said, the aesthetic of Oba, of Cody with his ear cut, really sold, Oba as a threat.
You know what's funny? I was thinking, like, is that the same one that Travis Scott hit? Low
Um,
key, because I was like, man, that eardrum in 2025 has not been helpful to him. But
I give this match a 3.5. I think it did everything that it needed to do without hurting either individual. It only enhanced everybody, and that's what.
yeah, that's what you're expected to do.
Yeah. Um, I'm assuming Uncle Dave hasn't reviewed this yet, or at least
I mean,
put it out there.
yeah, we're ahead of the curve when it comes to Uncle Dave.
Uncle
He's
Dave,
he's not he's not hot off the press unless it's like the Bucks.
of course. Alright. Now we have Sol Ruka defeating Bailey in 9 minutes 25 seconds. Honestly, great match. Sol kind of dominated. So why she Sol Ruka, why she is, the future, and why she's going to probably main event a WrestleMania at some point. Um, Probably sooner rather than later. I think she's a bona fide star. I think that they know it, and I think it's just a matter of I legitimately think we are going to see her in the Royal Rumble, and not just in the Royal Rumble, but in a good position to maybe even win the Royal Rumble. And that is, yeah. I don't think that you just give people W's on Bailey. Bailey is a former world champion. So I mean, it shows how much they believe in her, and again, I think that it was a good match that showcased everything that she's able to do. What say you, Kalika?
I mean, it was a shocker of the night for me because I was expecting Zarya to cost Soul the match. But Soul got the win clean. And I mean, Bailey taking the loss is not going to hurt her. She's practically Teflon at this point. Um,
Right.
so it highlighted Soul's ability. That Soul Snatcher is just, yeah. Oof. I mean, the fact that she hit it and she still won with a roll up says everything. But
Right.
but all in all, it was a solid match, and I think Bailey, being that cool wrestling auntie she is, got Soul looking like a star.
Oh, undoubtedly. Bailey definitely did her job in this. She walked. She definitely walked the match.
Oh yeah, indeed.
How many stars you give this one?
A four. It's a good four.
I agree. 4. Now we got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeating Javon Evans and Leon Slater in 6 minutes 30 seconds. This match seemed like it went a lot longer than 6 minutes.
I
Um,
know, right? Because it was a crash and burn. That's why.
right. But all 4 men know how to do Crash and Born very well. Um, and I mean, we got a little bit of storytelling out of it as well because Leon Slater, the title that he's holding right now, the X Division title, I, AJ Styles literally handed him that title when he won it. So I would think it was Slammiversary. So to see AJ Styles and Leon Slater in the same ring, competing against each other, that was pretty cool.
All
Obviously
right.
Javon is on cloud nine and very hot. Dragon Lee was there. And AJ Styles is on his retirement tour himself. So, um, for 6 minutes and 30 seconds, this was a lot better than it necessarily needed to be. It was a good match. What say you? Oh. Did we lose Kaliko? Is Kaliko there? Was Kaliko ever really there to begin with?
I mean, but I mean,
Respawn.
oh no, I'm here. But that whole thing was a crash. It was if bonk, but everyone understood the assignment, and the vets won, which proves my theory. JVon's going to stick in NXT for a hot minute, along with Slater.
Slater don't even go there.
Slater goes there to the point he's on Saturday Night Main Event with a TNA title.
True.
So he goes he. How about this? He may not go there, but he got one hell of a hall pass.
That we can agree on.
So I mean, so yeah, the right team won. Very high crash and burn. Like you said, it felt longer, but it just was just go go go. If there was a go 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 match, that was it. It was a good setup because the Gunther Cena match was very slow. So yeah,
How many stars do you give this one?
3.5.
Um, I'll give it 4.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. That brings us to the last match, the main event. The time was now. John Cena lost to Gunther by submission in 23 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, it kind of seemed like, you know, your run of the mill generic John Cena match that we all come to know and love at this point. The Super Cena. And obviously the crowd was on fucking fire for it and him. Um, I wasn't necessarily surprised that he lost. I was surprised that he tapped out. And it wasn't even like a good tap out, it was just kind of like a light, like,
Well,
golf clap tap out, if that makes sense. It was it
I,
was weird.
I compare it to if you remember in Dragon Ball Z when Goku knew he was gonna die.
Which time?
And he just was like, fuck it. That's what it felt like when Frieza was gonna kill him and he knew he was about to go. And he was like, fuck it. That's what it looks like to me.
I mean, again, I kind of get it. He wasn't going to win his last match. He
Oh no 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 no. Insider told me it was his decision to go.
to
It
lose.
was his decision. It was his decision to tap.
Right. So like I said, I didn't expect him to win because everything
I
that
did.
he said made me believe that he would want to put over another talent in his last match. And I mean, all everybody that does actually retire, they go out on their back. Uh, they
Chris
take
didn't go out on her back. I don't know why motherfuckers is acting like this shit just
who?
is Trish Stratus.
I mean, she's had more matches. Her last match that she actually had, she went out on her back. She lost to
Y'all
Tiffany.
miss, y'all missing the point. That was not a retirement match. Her retirement match was in Toronto, and she went out with a winner. Man,
Are we comparing Trish Stratus to John Cena now?
No, I'm comparing the fact that if Cena really wanted to, the ball was in his court. So while everybody was booing Triple H, it was ultimately up to him. And Cody crying saying he did it the right way all the way to the end tells you that like Cena understood the assignment and the ramifications of ensuring that he pushes someone else to the next stratosphere.
I agree that John Cena still lost. I don't know how I feel about him tapping out, though.
Oh, that tap out looked like that motherfucker. I told you, he was like, fuck it, I'll tap. Because he was smiling when he was tapping. I'm like, what the fuck is you better off passing out. Like, what the hell is this?
I
Because
and
because
I
it's the
also
fact that he smiled and passed out, and everybody no, it's the fact that he was smiling as he tapped, and everybody's like, what the fuck?
right. I also feel like if you're gonna go, I also feel like Gunther didn't necessarily need to beat John Cena. Gunther didn't need to be in this match, if I'm being honest. I much would have preferred it be LA Knight. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I was talking with somebody about that earlier. I was like, Gunn was the right guy in the sense where it's if either decision went, people would have been okay with him.
I mean, yes,
So if Gunther, so the prime example, if Cena won that last match, Gunther loses nothing from losing, and then he gains from winning. So it's one of those things where he's the one guy where no matter the result, he would have been okay.
I mean, I get why it was him because John Cena wanted to wrestle a proper heel, and obviously Gunther is a proper heel.
And he gave him that proper heel work,
Right.
sleeper hold.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I get it. I mean, I get why it was the way it was, but I still feel like Gunther Gunther's already a star. He doesn't benefit from it. It doesn't really do anything for him.
I think I, the point I think of it is to set him up to be the next Lesnar.
Um,
And not in a sense where because you wouldn't when he came back they basically took him back to where he was old school fuck you up shit.
mm, I guess.
So he they're prepping him to be Lesnar's replacement as the top heel in the business.
Loki, Lesnar's tribute to John Cena was fantastic. Holding up the sign "I see you" was very much a Brock Lesnar thing.
Couldn't get more Brock Lesnar than that.
Yeah, more or less. How many stars do you give this one?
The way Cena tapped out, man, that just got me looking like, what the fuck? The crowd was hot, but the way he disappointed them, 3.5. It's like, although Gunther's out here collecting retirements like Infinity Stone.
That I agree with. As of right now, probably AJ Styles is gonna his last AJ Styles' last match is gonna be Gunther as well.
No, he out here retiring. McAfee, Goldberg. You know what was funny? The whole time I sat there after that match and how like everybody was like treating John, and I just texted somebody somewhere Goldberg is pissed. So- Somewhere Goldberg pissed as shit.
And somewhere else is Bret Hart saying "fuck the Goldberg."
Well, we know it's not New York City in November, but
You know, low-key, I kind of agree. I will go with a 3.5 myself. Um, it wasn't his best match. I think the one in San Diego was honestly a bit better. It protected everybody a bit better. And obviously Dom, got a big receipt for it. Um, I think it's hilarious that they booed the fuck out of Triple H. Right? That was fun. Um, because we haven't Triple H always comes out and he always gets complimentary cheers because he's Triple H, and now I hope this kind of starts the trend of the crowd telling Triple H, fuck you, we want what we want, not what, you're giving us. Um, maybe it will, maybe it won't, who knows. But the match itself, like I said, it was okay. It was, what is it called? A Super Cena special, which we've come to expect from John Cena. Um, like you said, like I said, the tap out was a bit weird. um, but I mean, at the end, it was still a bit melancholy, considering it is technically an end of an era. I don't remember a time where I watched pro wrestling where John Cena wasn't a part of it. So, and I mean to see him retire, and there's so few people from the rootless aggression era that's still active. Um, it's just crazy. And if you would have told me Randy Orton was going and Brock Lesnar was going to outlast John Cena in pro wrestling, I probably would have said that you're crazy. But I mean, here we are. All right. It's John Cena's final match. The last time is now. How many stars you give it? No, no. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Kaliko, Kaliko, can you hear me? Is Kaliko
right.
there?
Actually,
Oh, there you go. Respawn,
respawn.
respawn. Show as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
The ending left to be desired. That being said, I mean the crowd was hot, so thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up, even though the main course was a lot left to be desired,
I give
and
it
that's
a
giving grace. I'm giving grace.
I give it a thumbs up as well. Um, it the only shocker was that he tapped out, and if it was a weird tap out, but it was a tap out, and I mean it is what it is, but it didn't necessarily take away from my enjoyment of the show as a whole. So yeah, thumbs up. All right. That will conclude our coverage of WWE Saturday night's main event. The last time is now. And we are wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 20. It takes place January 4th, 2026, because it's that close. And obviously the next couple of weeks we will be our regularly scheduled format will be a bit different. So yeah, we're doing the review now. It's kind of interesting that the matches, not usually at this point in time for New Japan, all of the matches are announced, but not all the matches are announced for Wrestle Kingdom yet, which I kind of find, so weird. Um, it kind of tells you, how in flux New Japan is right now with their schedule, that they don't know who's going to be on this card yet, or at least not
Right.
announced. But yeah, let's get into it. Never Openweight 6-man tag team championship match, Tornado Rambo. That's multiple individuals. Have no idea who's in it. I don't even know who the 6-man tag team champions are. So maybe we should skip this one. Kalika, did we lose Kalika?
No, I'm still here.
See if we could get some people in this. Yeah, no, it doesn't say. Yeah. So probably. Oh no. Toriano and Spirit Tech, Master Wado and Yell. Those are the tag team champions right now. So since they are the only people in this match, I will go with them. All right. That brings us to the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Number one contender 4-way. We have El Desperado, Kosei Fujita, Taichi Ishimori, and Sho. Who wins, Kaliko?
Ooh, I'm gonna go show. He's due.
Bullet Club. Gonna go with Fujita. He makes the least amount of sense, so that's probably who they're gonna go with. IGP Women's IWGP Women's and Strong Women's Double Championship match. Shuri
Winner takes all.
versus Saya Karamitani. Who wins, Kaliko?
I'm gonna go with Saya. I think the future's now.
I'm gonna go with Shuri. I say the current champion is going to continue being the champion. Um, Never Openweight Championship match and Aaron Wolf's debut match. Aaron Wolf versus King of Darkness, Evil. Who wins?
If Aaron Wolf beats Evil in the first defense, we got problems.
I'm gonna say that he does.
Wow.
I'm assuming you're going with Evil.
Oh yes.
Okay. Uh, Now we have Tanahashi's retirement match. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada.
This is weird because Okada don't even go there. So it would make sense for Tanahashi to beat him, right?
I mean, we literally just had this conversation like a couple minutes ago. If you're retiring, then you probably are going out on your back.
But what the fuck does Okada? To an AEW guy?
I mean, he was New Japan before he was AEW, and I mean, he is his greatest rival.
Hmm. Uh, so, I mean, okay. I just don't see it.
So you're telling
I
me
see.
you think the Tanahashi is going to have the reverse John Cena and win his retirement match?
Yes. Because it wouldn't make sense to lose to a guy who's at another company. To where that loss does not follow through.
Okay, you do realize that their
Unless
world champion is is an AEW wrestler, right?
unless and this is where I say unless, big unless, Okada's gonna use that to catapult the beat to face Takeshita for all the belts, but I don't see that happening because I see Tsuji winning.
Right, and I mean we'll get there when we get there, but
Right. So that's the only way that would even register to me.
but I mean Tanahashi gains nothing by beating Okada. I mean he's literally the president of the company at this point.
I mean, but Okada doesn't really gain by beating Tanahashi.
Neither does
I mean,
Konosuke, and he's literally the world champion. Konosuke Kataska does not go there, and yet he is their world champion.
but at least it would be a continuation of the beef that they already have.
But there, I don't. Wouldn't it make more sense for Okada to feud with Konosuke for an AEW championship? I mean, an AEW championship than the IWGP championship? I mean, it's going to be. We can agree that Konosuke and Okada is a AEW exclusive
Dude,
rivalry.
right,
Then, then
right.
New Japan is not going to let them feud on another on AEW TV for their title, and they're not in the mix.
Oh no, they would just fight it the day after.
New Year's Dash.
Right. But to me, I don't see that happening because I see Suji winning.
Right. All right. Well, you're Tanahashi. I'm Okada. We will see what happens. Um, we have the IWGP World Tag Team Championship match. The Knockout Brothers, Oscar and Yoto Ice versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Reiwa Ewok. Who wins, Kaliko?
50-50 gotta be happy. So they gotta put the I see 50-50.
I knew you were going to say that. um, yeah, I agree. 50-50 takes the tag team titles. And then that brings us to the main event, the last match. Why you might be combining WrestleKingdom 20, why you might be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Double championship match, IWGP, heavyweight, World Heavyweight Championship, and Gaijin Championship match. Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji. You kind of already revealed your feelings, but why do you feel that it's going to be Yota Tsuji? Oh, did we lose Kalika? Maybe Kaliko wasn't here to begin with.
No, I'm here. I'm just
That's
like,
fine.
I'm like, uh, I think if Sushi doesn't get it now, when?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I feel like we've had that conversation a couple of times and they haven't given it to him.
I mean, the G1.
What is it called? The New Japan Cup.
Japan Cup.
Literally his fucking debut against Sonata.
Oh God, don't get me started. But that's a whole other thing. But I mean, it's set up for him to get to be the guy, right? Like, I mean, Takeshita does not go there.
I agree. And every fiber of my being tells me Yoda Tsuji should win this match. So, more than likely, he will lose this match.
Yeah,
But,
but she fucks. They can't send the home. They can't send the crowd home pissed to, at the end, right?
I mean, they've done it in the past multiple times. I mean, this isn't
Yeah.
Disneyland. You're not going to get a fairy tale ending from a New Japan. But they tried to catch Ska. The New Japan crowd is not necessarily getting behind him. They're booing him. Obviously, Shota Uno is not ready to be the guy. I.e., the fans denied him. The crowd likes Yota Tsuji. Tsuji has strong matches. I feel like Tsuji can take them to a new era in New Japan where we can rebuild and get New Japan hot again. Because right now they're cold as ice. So that's why I'm going with Yota Tsuji. Alright. Um that will conclude our coverage of New Japan Pro Wrestling's WrestleKingdom 20. And this that will conclude this episode as a whole. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday as we interview Brittany Kay. This Wednesday as we interview Jax Williams, and every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Twitter, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko? Oh, Kaliko? Maybe we can't find Kaliko. Maybe Kaliko is in the Phantom Zone. And apparently we did actually lose Kaliko, so You can find Kaliko at I Am Kaliko and the Kaliko Chronicles on YouTube. I, for Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.